love what I'm doing now. It was the best decision I've made for me.
Really slotted perfectly into family life.
Aruna, I've produced really, really good, effective teachers.
It's just fascinating. For me, like the girls, just the whole training course so far has been an absolute experience. Learning for me, sometimes I can find quite difficult, especially when there's lots of things piled on. I can find it quite overwhelming and frustrating. But the way that Aruna and Laura has built the course in layers, starting with one piece and then just building on that and building on it and building on it, it makes it such an experience in my body that it makes me to maintain the information that I'm learning. And then from there, I found that over the course of my 300 hours, when in my teaching, in my classes, that experience within my body has now started to seep its way into my classes, and my confidence has completely changed from when I started teaching just in the last 4 or 5 months since I started this 300-hour. Everything has completely changed, I found, in my teaching for the better.
Last year has really changed my teaching style for the positive. And I felt, I had to push people. I had to be really strong. I had to be a strong class. And now I'm having really strong classes, but in a much more embodied way. And people are feeling so much better out of it. It's not like a circuit training class that they can get in the gym. It's, it's evolving. And I think that the whole, modification, and it's a process though, and it has to it's taken me a good few months. It's a process that you have to kind of feel it first and then believe it, and it evolves over the course of the training. It's had a very positive impact on the way I teach, and even from people attending classes, they really seem to be enjoying them far more, and we're much more mindful in our classes as well.
I really love the embodied yoga. It allows me to meet people or teach their bodies, not the poses. And for example, this month we're talking about bones. Bones, we've done cat-cow 100 million times, and I'm seeing it in a whole new way. I'm teaching about 10 years now. I was trained in vinyasa, and I met Aruna, and I started to train or become more aware of the embodied side of yoga. And then I kind of wanted a little bit more, so I was looking around for something that would kind of bring a little bit more depth, if that makes sense, to my yoga teaching, because as I was starting to age myself, I noticed some of my I wanted to bring a little bit more freedom or ease into the body, and
Aruna seems to be very unique in that there's a very, very strong community. There's a very strong community of yoga teachers. So I'm kind of blending my way into that. From everything I would hear in the industry, Aruna, I've produced really, really good, effective teachers. It's an excellent reputation, and so I've come from as a PE teacher as well. So that's very technique and discipline orientated. So for me, the whole idea of embodied yoga was very, very strange. I was very textbook orientated, and I did my initial yoga teacher training about 5 or 6 years ago, and really enjoying it, and just really wanted to explore more. So I investigated a load of different 300 hours, everything from a 3-week course that I cry now to think, or shudder to think, that if I had tried to do this in 3 weeks. But there's a lot of little unique things to the 300 hour that I think a lot of other courses that I looked at didn't have. One is the support group. We have a call twice a month for an hour, but our group have chosen to call in excess of twice a month. Sometimes we really enjoy it. We really support each other. We talk about everything and anything. He opens up so many different areas for us. The meeting in person is very important. I also like the idea that it's one Saturday a month, that it's not a Saturday and a Sunday, so your whole weekend is gone. So there is enough time, in between, that you have, you commit your Saturday, but then you have the whole month to go through the very extensive material. But it is supported by fantastic online material, which I find really, really good, especially because I'm maybe newer to some of the principles. There's so much material online. Everything, poses, classes, all of the modules, all of the training material is all very accessible. There's fantastic practices that you can keep going over. So it's made very easy. The other great thing is you can delve into what you really want to delve into. You don't have to, it's not like, I have to learn all the names. As Mary said, we're doing bones, but you don't have to know the names of all the bones. You don't have to, it's not about that. It's about how you apply the training to, your everyday life. And then there is the opportunity, obviously, to delve and to go in depth in the areas that you have find, particular interest in.
For me, when I decided to do the 300-hour course, I was a little bit concerned about whether I'd have the time. I had a daughter that was having a baby, and my son was busy, and I was working. So I wanted something that I could fit very easily into my life, into my schedule, because I was teaching 2 classes a week at the same time.
Another reason that I chose the 300-hour with Laura, like the 200, I found the schedule just incredible for me. I have a young family. I also work during the day, and then trying to fit something else in, which is my passion, which is yoga. Trying to fit it in at weekends over 2 days just wouldn't have done it for me, not being able to see my family from Monday to Sunday. So the fact that we have those 2 calls a month, that we do just meet on that Saturday, and that we're able to watch the videos then at our own pace, is just for me an absolute game changer. And for me, and it just absolutely slotted perfectly into family life, and that for me is an absolute massive thing. So I can't, it's very hard to put into words exactly how I feel, but it's an experience and a journey, and I'm so grateful to be able to do it with this amazing group of women. That the connection and the community that Ciara was talking about is just so special, because of the practices, I think, and because of the embodiment that the course brings.
This 300-hour has sparkled or sprinkled or dropped into every area of my life.
The practices for me are just one of the big things, and it's finding freedom in my body, which I probably haven't found in another yoga class before. And it's this knowledge that goes with this freedom, and knowing then that you can bring this freedom into your life outside of yoga, like the ladies have talked about. So for me, I do go to the gym still, and bringing yoga into the gym has been a massive thing for me in the last few months. And particularly now, as we're working on the bones, I found myself just focusing on bones when I'm lifting or doing whatever it is, and the whole experience, even in the gym alone itself, has changed. And it's the same at home as well. I've found that my stress levels have decreased, that I just take that second longer to pause before I react to anything. And that's all due to this experience that I'm having on this training course. What else? It's so hard to put into words exactly what this course entails and what it embodies, but it's just, all I can say is that it is an absolute personal experience, that then from that personal experience and from that place within you, you're able then to communicate this absolutely gorgeous practice to other people in the class, and it's just fascinating.